What's up everyone? Austin from Nintendo Everything here to do one of those things that I do every week. Thank you everybody very much for joining us today on this beautiful Sunday night at 7:26 p.m. is when I'm doing the recording. This past week, these past 2 days actually, what about all that 3DS news? There's a lot of it, and it's fantastic because we've gotten to see Star Fox, we've seen more Ocarina of Time, we've seen some Paper Mario and Mario Kart, and it really is I'm surprised that they're having another event January 19th, because it seems that they've already showed off everything they possibly could about the system. However, you know, Nintendo's always known to have surprises, aren't they? Past week, I've played a lot of great games. I played some... You know what I have been doing, actually? I don't think I have been playing that many games because I got the Netflix on my Wii, and the Netflix is... I'm spending more time on Netflix than I am, like, on gaming on the Wii, which is really, it's saying something, because I do game on the Wii quite a bit, but I've gotten into the 24 thing with the guns and the terrorists and stuff. It's really, really interesting. So, I haven't really played that much this week. I'm really surprised. I'm looking at all my games and I didn't see anything, but you know. Next week I shall more, I'm sure. So this past week in news, a trademark popped up for Final Fantasy Type 0. And what's great about this is because Final Fantasy, it seems that like the names for these games have gotten so complex. Like you have that fighting one like Final Fantasy Doduk. And they keep these Japanese they keep these Japanese names for English, and the numbers are getting high. It's like 1, 2, Final Fantasy 3, 4, 5, Final Fantasy 5 Tactics, Final Fantasy 8 Side Quest Tactics. And I can't even count past like 11, so I'm like lost. Like I don't know my Roman numerals, much less the actual numbers themselves. So I'm glad Final Fantasy Type 0 is registered because it's type, which is something everyone knows, typing, because everyone who's on the internet types, and and 0, which is the lowest possible number, and I've seen a lot of zeros in my life, so I don't but no one knows what it's about, and which is strange because the Final Fantasy brand is so large that it's the only game series I've personally ever heard of to have, and here's something, it's the only game series I know of to have appeared on this console that I didn't know anything about until I found out about it. Yes. A console called the Wonder Swan Color. And so the Wonder Swan is essentially the Game Boy, only slightly different in some manner. I'm no expert on naming game consoles, but like the Wonder Swan is it's kind of like the GameCube was called the Dolphin for a while, and personally I didn't like it. I wasn't a dolphin kind of guy. I don't ride dolphins, I don't eat dolphins, I don't swim with dolphins, I don't fly with dolphins, I don't live with dolphins. Dolphins are, I don't like them. And so like the Wonder Swan, also not my thing. However, I do live and eat and do other things with swans. Okay. Yes. Which is funny because the publisher of the Wonder Swan, which is Bandai Namco, I don't know if it's Namco Bandai, but Bandai published the Wonder Swan. They created the whole console, and they actually did the Final Fantasy CGI movie, the first one, I think, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. So, now you know. So, there was a guy. The guy who stole a 3DS from, he's a guy and he works in a factory and he makes 3DSs. He's the only one actually. He works 24/7 and they pay him and they keep him in the factory all the time. He makes 3DSs, and so he stole one. I know! Stole a 3DS, and that's just ridiculous. Honestly, who would steal a 3DS? Like, okay, I would steal a okay, honestly, no, I don't know why I called it a dick move, because here's the real question. Who wouldn't steal a 3DS? That's the real question. Because those things are awesome. I want one. Now, what I'm curious about with this guy is, he posted all these pictures of it. I'm curious if where he got that Game Boy Micro. These pictures are so small, I don't even know where to find them. I can't find them. I have like 6 and I can't find any of them. They're so small and totally useless. Who would want to find them? Got him. So I suppose he'll get what's coming to him when he tries to play the system and realizes that it makes your eyeballs melt. It's true. No, I'm totally serious. I'm totally serious. The Nintendo keeps issuing these warnings. I know. No one's ever heard of those. But they keep putting out these warnings talking about, like, the first ones were fairly normal, like, don't play, or you might get tired if you play the 3DS for too long. And then they gradually got more and more, like, vague and scary. And so it was like, you know, it started out with, it makes you tired, and then it was like, oh, don't give it to your kids because their eyeballs will not develop correctly. And now it's like, there's all these things popping out at you, and your eyeballs are getting strained, and it stunts your brain growth. You know, it sounds a little bit like acid, actually. It sounds a little... No, I'm just kidding. I might be just kidding. It's like, yeah, I don't think we've ever had a console, though I suppose they're, you know, Nintendo's demographic are the people who found out how to put a Wii remote through a television screen. So it's not the brightest bulbs in the bunch, but, well, I guess you gotta cover your ass when you have to. Which just makes perfect sense, actually. Though the New York Times kind of say it's baloney. He's like, Nintendo doesn't need to do that crap because it doesn't actually make your eyeballs melt. Which, you know, Nintendo says it does make your eyeballs melt. New York Times says it doesn't make your eyeballs melt. And then these guys, the eye specialists, are saying, no, Nintendo, you're wrong. And no, I swear to you, the system we're putting out is going to make your eyeballs melt. Just watch when we put it out. Just watch, our system's going to make your eyeballs. But the quote, the actual quote that the guy said, I think he said something to the effect of, the fact that you'd watch 3D in a theater or video game should have zero deleterious impact. Deleterious. See, now I'm trying to read it. Deleterious. Zero deleterious impact whatsoever. And that comes from Dr. Dr. Lawrence Tykesen, a professor of pediatrics and ophthalmology at Washington State University. His title is actually just as long as the quote. So we need to save ink. Oh, not Washington State, Washington University in St. Louis. They tricked me. They told me it was Washington University. I thought it would be in Washington, but no, it's in St. Louis, and that is ridiculous. I never want to hear that again. So someone, I don't even know what else I need to talk about. I think, someone said, they want to see more gameplay footage in these, so yeah, here's some gameplay footage for you.
You need help.
Everybody deals with grief differently, right? Some people f***ing funerals. I cut off heads.
Before I go, I did want to, go over one last thing, and I wanted to show you something that's very near and dear to my heart, which is this magazine here. This is Nintendo Power. It's a fantastic magazine. So really, you should go out and buy it, because I swear, you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it. You will all enjoy it. And I think that's how much I care about it. Yeah, that's about it. I don't have a review for you this week. However, I will be posting up a review from one of our other writers, Jack, who's a writer on GamingEverything.com, our sister site, and so I'm doing something with something. So you'll see, I'm sure, by the time this is up. And yeah, things should just be great. I'm about to go play Just Dance 2, so I'm gonna get my groove on and break things like I do with my dance. But hey, should be great fun. And I'll see you guys for game night. Actually, we'll probably do next Friday, but I'm not sure. Friday or Saturday. I can't do Saturday actually, so we'll probably do Friday. Maybe play some Nazi Zombies, maybe some GoldenEye. We'll figure it out as we go. Just let me know what you like to do, and we'll do it, no matter what it is. Goodbye.